Imagine this. It's December 2025, and you're looking back on a year where your community has grown, thrived, and hit every goal you set. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, it doesn't have to be. Today, I'm here to help you map out exactly how to get there. Hey there, I'm Rachel Starr, ex-wedding planner and recovering people pleaser turned your community strategist. And not too long ago, I felt a bit like Angela, planning a Dunder Mifflin party, trying to make things perfect, yet wondering if people would actually show up and enjoy themselves. That's when I discovered the real game changer, community building. It's the key ingredient to everything. Whether you're launching your next course, growing a podcast, or creating a space where people want to connect and engage. Each week, we'll roll up our sleeves and dive into the essentials of community building, from virtual events and workshop planning to fresh, innovative strategies for fostering real connections, all without the party planning community drama. Whether you're just getting started or ready to level up, you'll find practical tips, expert interviews, and real-world insights to help you craft a community that fuels your next big move. So if you're ready to get inspired and transform the way you build connections, you're in the right place, friends. Let's dive in and master the art of community together. Welcome back to Your Community Strategist. I'm Rachel, and in this episode, we're talking about those 2024 insights and turning them into powerful, actionable goals for 2025. This is all about moving from inspiration to action. We'll set SMART goals that align with your community's mission, break them down into milestones, and create a tracking system to keep you on course, no matter what surprises the year may bring. So if you're ready to go from, I hope it works, to, I made it happen, grab your notebook and let's get into it. Let's kick things off with what I like to call the heart of your community, your why. Every goal you set needs to be deeply connected to a purpose that resonates both with you and the people you're serving. Think of it as the foundation for everything you'll build in 2025. Goals without a purpose are just tasks, but when they're anchored in your why, they become powerful steps towards creating something that truly matters. So, before we get into the specifics of what I want you to achieve, I invite you to pause and ask yourself, why are you building this community in the first place? What is the deeper reason that motivated you to start? Perhaps it's to create a space where people feel genuinely seen, supported, and heard. Maybe it's to foster growth, build connections, or even inspire change in a particular area. This purpose is what will sustain you through every challenge and celebrate you in every success. It's your compass guiding each decision, every goal, and all the work that goes into a thriving community. So here's a quick exercise. Grab a pen and paper or open a fresh note in your phone. Write down a few sentences that capture the why of your community. If you already have a mission statement, use it as your anchor, bringing it to the front and center as we prepare for the new year. If you don't have one yet, keep it simple and heartfelt, like a guiding light for the impact you want your community to have. For example, you might write something like, my community exists to empower freelancers by giving them resources, support, and a network where they can thrive. Or maybe something like, I created this space to help wellness enthusiasts feel supported in their journey to a balanced lifestyle. Whatever it is, Make sure it's a statement that resonates with your mission and feels right for where you want to take your community. With this why in place, you're ready to dive into creating meaningful goals that align with it and set you up for a focused, impactful 2025. Let's bring this purpose into a plan. All right, now that you've got your why locked in, let's take things a step further by crafting some SMART goals for 2025. You may have heard of SMART goals before, but let's quickly break down what that means in the context of building a thriving community. SMART goals are designed to be number one, specific. Make sure each goal is clear and to the point. Avoid vague goals like increase engagement. Instead, be precise, such as increase the frequency of member posts in the community forum. They also should be measurable. Set up a way to track your progress. If you can't measure it, it'll be hard to tell if you're moving in the right direction. Think numbers, percentages, or any metric that reflects growth. They also need to be achievable. Consider your current resources and what's realistic within your capacity. This keeps goals motivating rather than overwhelming. SMART goals are also relevant. Ensure each goal ties directly back to your community's purpose and mission. A goal that doesn't serve your why might be more of a distraction than a step forward. And last but not least, SMART goals are time bound. Having a deadline brings urgency and keeps you moving, whether it's by month, quarter, or year end. Here's an example. Let's say your goal for 2025 is to increase engagement in your community. A SMART version of that would be increase the average monthly engagement rate by 20% by the end of Q2 through weekly interactive posts and 2 monthly live events. See the difference? Now it's clear, it's measurable, realistic, and anchored to a time frame. So, how do you get started with your own SMART goals? Before you set your 2025 goals, take a moment to revisit the insights from 2024. Your SWOT analysis that we talked about last week is packed with valuable information. Did you identify any areas where your community thrived? Maybe certain types of events consistently drove high attendance, or a specific content format led to great discussions. Use these strengths as your starting point for goal setting. If you notice challenges or areas needed improvement, think of those as opportunities for growth. For example, if one of your weaknesses was low attendance in workshops, you might create a SMART goal around experimenting with different formats or better promotion strategies to increase attendance by a specific percentage. By setting SMART goals that reflect both your community's strengths and areas for growth, you're creating a path that's not only realistic, but strategically aligned with your overall mission. Let's pause here and put this into practice. Take a few minutes to write down 2 to 3 SMART goals based on what you learned from 2024. Remember, each goal should connect back to your why and include a specific outcome you can measure. An example could be boost monthly member retention rate by 10% by implementing a welcome and connect onboarding series by the end of Q1. Another example could be increase attendance at monthly workshops by 20% by the end of Q2 by testing new formats and sending targeted event reminders. Or maybe grow the community by 15% by the end of Q3 by launching a referral program and running quarterly promotional campaigns. These SMART goals aren't just about hitting numbers. They're about creating a roadmap to a meaningful, connected community in 2025. Take a moment now, write down your goals, and then we'll move on to breaking these down even further. Now that you set some SMART goals, let's take things one step further by breaking each goal down into manageable milestones. Setting a big, ambitious goal can be exciting, but it can also feel daunting. That's where milestones come in. They're like checkpoints along the way, helping you measure progress, stay motivated, and celebrate those small wins. Think of milestones as signposts on your journey. Each one moves you closer to your ultimate goal without feeling overwhelming. Instead of waiting to the end of the year to see if you've achieved your goal, you're celebrating incremental progress along the way. Not only does this make it easier to stay on track, but it also gives you a clearer sense of direction. Let's say one of your goals for 2025 is to grow your community membership by 15% by the end of Q3. On its own, that's a big, bold goal. But by breaking it down, we can make it feel more achievable and build a step-by-step plan to get there. You might start by setting a target of 5% growth each quarter. This makes the goal feel more manageable and gives you specific benchmarks to aim for every few months. Now, with each quarterly target, ask yourself what specific actions you can take to help you hit that mark. Here's an example. Q1, we're going to run a referral program to encourage current members to invite their friends, offering incentives for each new member they bring on board. Then in Q2, we're going to host a free, value-packed webinar that's open to both current and potential new members. This creates visibility and introduces more people to the value of your community. Q3, we're going to launch a social media campaign focusing on member testimonials and success stories, showing the real impact of your community to attract new members. By breaking down your goal into these quarterly actions, you have a clear game plan. Plus, you'll be able to assess your progress each quarter, make any necessary adjustments, and feel a sense of accomplishment at every milestone. When setting milestones, don't just focus on big steps. Think about the smaller wins too. If your goal is to increase engagement by 20%, some of your milestones might include steps like introducing a weekly question of the day post in Q1, adding a monthly live Q&A in Q2, and so on. Each small action moves you closer to that larger engagement goal. Milestones also give you moments to celebrate. Instead of waiting until year end to reflect, you get to recognize your progress each time you hit a milestone. This not only keeps motivation high, but also builds positive momentum, helping you and your community feel that forward motion throughout the year. Now it's time to put this into practice. For each of your SMART goals, write down 1 to 2 milestones. Think of these as your action steps for each quarter. What smaller, specific steps will help you reach your ultimate goal? The aim here is to keep the goals achievable without overwhelming yourself. Think of these as small, strategic actions that push you forward. For example, if you're aiming to increase engagement, your milestones might look like this. In Q1, I'm going to test different content types to see which formats, polls, challenges, or live events drive the most engagement. And then in Q2, I'm going to roll out the top performing content types as a regular feature, such as weekly challenges or monthly live Q&As. And then in Q3, I'm going to introduce member-led content where members contribute ideas or host sessions, creating deeper engagement and community ownership. By setting these smaller milestones, you'll have a roadmap filled with clear, actionable steps, and you'll be celebrating wins along the way. So go ahead, jot down those milestones for each goal, knowing they're helping you build a steady path towards an impactful, fulfilling year ahead. Now that your goals and milestones are set, let's dive into one of the most important steps: building accountability and tracking progress. Goals only become reality when we consistently work towards them and make adjustments along the way. Setting up a system for regular check ins can help you assess where you're on track, celebrate wins, and quickly adjust where needed. To keep yourself moving forward, start by scheduling regular check ins. Think monthly or quarterly. These check ins are your chance to pause, reflect on what's working, make adjustments, and even celebrate those milestone wins. By planning these moments of reflection, you're committing to staying aligned with your goals throughout the year rather than getting lost in the daily grind. Tracking doesn't have to be complicated, it just has to work for you. Let's explore a few ways to make tracking easy and effective. So, first, consider using tools like Notion or ClickUp or even Google Sheets to keep your goals and milestones organized. A simple tracker can help you record progress, check off completed tasks, and jot down observations on what's working or what needs tweaking. Here's a quick guide to setting up your tracker. Begin by creating a dashboard. Set up a central dashboard for your 2025 goals, with each goal as a category. Within each goal, list the milestones, action steps, and completion dates. Then add your notes and insights. As you complete each milestone, jot down any insights you gain. Maybe you notice that certain topics generate more engagement or that specific event formats draw a crowd. These are valuable insights to guide future goals. Now, I want you to visualize your progress. If you like visuals like me, consider adding progress bars or check boxes to mark each milestone as you reach it. Seeing that progress build can be a huge motivator. These tools allow you to track at a high level, and when things are organized and easy to reference, you'll be more likely to stick with it. Sometimes it can be challenging to stay motivated on our own. That's where accountability partners or groups come in. Inside the co-op, members connect regularly to share updates, support each other, and celebrate wins together. Having a community of like-minded people cheering you on makes a huge difference, especially when you're working towards big, ambitious goals. If you're not part of an accountability group, consider finding a partner, mentor, or friend who can help you stay on track. Share your goals with them and schedule regular check-ins. This collaborative approach creates a sense of responsibility and support, which can keep you motivated, especially when life gets busy. Here's your next step. Choose a tracking system that feels right for you, whether it's a digital tool or a physical journal. Then go ahead and schedule your check-ins for the year. Set aside time, monthly or quarterly, to assess your progress. During these check-ins, ask yourself a few key questions. Start with, what milestones have I hit so far? Celebrate each win, no matter how small. And what's working well? Look for patterns in your successes that you can replicate. And then, of course, what's not working? Adjustments are part of the process. So if something isn't resonating with your community, don't be afraid to pivot. Then, am I on track to hit my quarterly or yearly end goals? If you're falling behind, brainstorm a few adjustments to help you pick up the pace. Accountability and tracking are about more than just keeping score. They're your built in support system, helping you stay connected to your goals, learning from your experiences, and staying motivated throughout each step of the journey. So decide on your tracking system, get those check ins on the calendar, and consider finding a partner or group to share the journey with. By setting up these structures, you'll be able to keep the momentum going and make 2025 a year of impactful, consistent growth for your community. And there you have it. You've now created a set of purposeful, actionable goals for your community in 2025. With your why as your guiding light, your SMART goals clearly defined, and meaningful milestones mapped out, you're ready to hit the ground running into the new year. But if you're craving a deeper dive into goal setting and strategic planning, I invite you to join us in the Strategy Lab. This is our 3-day virtual retreat happening December 6th through the 8th, and it's designed specifically for community builders like you who want to go beyond surface level planning. Inside the Strategy Lab, we'll be rolling up our sleeves together, diving deep into each aspect of your community vision, and creating detailed, actionable plans that align with your mission. Imagine having dedicated time to not only refine your goals, but also to work through any roadblocks and design strategies that set you up for long term success. It's all about starting 2025 with clarity, purpose, and a roadmap that you can follow and feel inspired by. Whether you're just starting your community journey or scaling it to the next level, the Strategy Lab is a space to make your plans tangible and tailored to your unique community. And the journey doesn't stop there. Inside the co op, you're going to find ongoing support throughout the year with quarterly planning sessions to keep you on track and motivated. This isn't just a one-time goal-setting workshop. It's a community that offers continuous resources to enhance your community building skills, plan effectively, and stay engaged every step of the way. The co-op also brings you quarterly strategy sessions to revisit your goals, assess your progress, and make adjustments as needed. Exclusive resources like templates and guides and planning tools designed to make community building easier and more effective. Accountability and support from like-minded community builders who cheer you on, share their own experiences, and work together to overcome challenges. So if you're ready to dive deep, get focused, and truly level up your community in 2025, the Strategy Lab and the Strategic Community Co-op are here to help you every step of the way. All right, friends. Thank you so much for tuning in for today's episode of Your Community Strategist. If today's deep dive into goal setting inspired you, please subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode with other community builders who are ready to make a meaningful impact in the new year. Remember, every goal you set, every milestone you hit, and every reflection you make brings you closer to a vibrant, thriving community. You're building more than a group of people. You're creating a place for genuine connection, growth, and impact. And that's something we're celebrating and investing in. I can't wait to see all the incredible things you accomplish in 2025, and I'm thrilled to be part of your journey. Until next time, keep setting those goals, keep tracking your progress, and never forget, you're not just a community builder, you're a change maker, creating a space that matters. I hope to see you in the Strategy Lab this December. Let's start 2025 with purpose, clarity, and an unstoppable plan.